Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We are inching our way through October, which means we're getting closer and closer to the time of year when all you want to do is cozy up inside with a warm and filling dinner. As always, we're combining the flavors of faith, family, and food as we cook our way through the week. And I'm excited to take you through our family dinners, so let's put on our aprons and head into the kitchen. I'm SB and this is SB Living. I started the week with a thick and hearty beef stew, one of those meals that can feed a crowd of people using simple ingredients that you may already have on hand. A meal like this is meant to be shared amongst family and friends, with the pot being placed at the center of the table for everyone to dip into. It's one of those traditions that's changing these days. There's so many ways families and friends can share a meal. But I can't help but think on how daily life must have been for those that came before us, especially lives of saints or our ancestors that lived in very different times than us. See, in the Catholic faith, there's this rich tradition of reflecting on the good deeds and service of those that have been graced with the title of saint. But the fact is, we can all be saints. Their lives were marked with the same rhythms as our own. We have every opportunity to do the best we can for others every day using our own unique talents. Cooking is my joy and my gift to others, and I invite you to think of your own special gift that you can share with those around you. I'm browning up some beef chunks that are seasoned with some salt and pepper, and I'm doing this in batches just to ensure everything gets browned. I'm not too worried if I'm burning anything on the bottom of the pot, because the vegetables and wine and broth that will be added later on will take care of all of that. Once the beef is browned, I get it all to the side and add in some tabs of butter. After that, the onions go straight in to get all soft and coated in the remnants of the beef and the butter, and then I pop in some garlic. I'm adding some thyme and rosemary to the onions, and then a good splash of red wine. This will bring up all those beefy brown bits on the bottom and make everything smell extra nice. The beef goes back in to finish cooking, and then I add in some flour so that the mixture begins to form a thick stew. Water or broth tops it off, and I add in some bay leaves and then just simmer it for a good 2 hours or so. You want the beef falling apart. Now it's time for the fresh vegetables, and here I'm putting the leafy parts of some celery, I'll add some carrots that are cut up in medium-sized chunks. I don't want them to disintegrate. And then some good starchy potatoes. Again, the chunks aren't too small, but just the right size to not get mushed. I like to add something fresh into long cooking stews like this, so I chose some green beans, and after another half an hour or so, we have a finished stew. During this week, we had a craving for some simple, basic Italian fare, and no matter if they come from the north, the middle, the south, or the islands, every Italian loves a fresh marinara sauce. We also celebrated the feast day of Pope John the 23rd, a native Italian himself, and he is otherwise known as the Good Pope because of his easy way with people and the way he welcomed everyone from all walks of life. I can only imagine that as he grew up in a relatively poor household, he would have eaten a meal similar to this one. I mean, who wouldn't love a good plate of pasta? And just like food connects us with each other, I'm finding that food is another way to connect to those that came before us as well. Since this is a dinner, a bowl of pasta marinara just cannot stand on its own. So here we are with 2 vegetables, a few mushrooms, and a huge bowl of broccoli rabe. Broccoli rabe is typically cooked with garlic and lots of olive oil, but adding the mushrooms give it a more seasonal autumn flavor. I have some rigatoni boiling, so once all the vegetables are wilted, all there needs doing is plating everything up. The kids went for the pasta first, of course, with only little bites of the mushrooms and broccoli rabe. It's an acquired taste, I think, but for me, I chose some slices of toasted Italian bread with a good helping of the vegetables and some cheese, and my dinner is complete. Roasted cauliflower is another one of those backcountry Italian meals, and most people don't think to make cauliflower this way, but it's so simple and I hope you try it. Cauliflower can be roasted whole in a Dutch oven, getting soft and full of flavor while holding its shape. It's a great presentation too if you're entertaining and want a vegetarian option. I'm combining the olive oil with some salt, pepper, thyme, ground onion, ground garlic, and some grated cheese. You can make your own combination with whatever you like, and it's simply drizzled all over the cauliflower nice and slow, making sure the oil gets into all the nooks and crannies. It goes into the oven for an hour, plus a little more, until it's super soft when poked with a skewer. Look how beautiful these are. No surprise here, I'm serving it up with some pasta and using the drippings of the pasta water to loosen up all the oil that got stuck on the bottom when the cauliflower was roasting. This will transform into a sauce that reflects all the flavors of the cauliflower itself with no extra work necessary. A little side of lettuce from the garden outside with some cheese, and we have a light dinner that is filling and satisfies everybody at the table. Click the next video on the screen or the playlist underneath it for more content like this one, and even better, subscribe, like, and hit the bell. See you next time.